Welcome to another episode of Customize Any Ride. It's your boy, Money Rich the Real Swervo, and I'm with my brothers.
Yes, sir.
What's up, Fly by G Money?
What's going on, peoples? How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm good. I'm good. D Relly Reels, what's up, bro?
What's happening? What's happening? How everybody doing out there tonight, man? How y'all fellas doing, G Money? Rich?
Man, I'm good, bro.
Chilling, man.
I want to say what's up to everybody in the chat. But we have a special guest in the building.
Yes,
I don't
sir.
know if he needs an introduction, man, because the stories I've been hearing, man, the man's been fly since '89. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Hey, check this out, Rich. Check this out, Rich. All right. Now, a lot of people tell me from time to time, right, that I got what they call a radio, a face for radio, right? So
Right.
they say I do pretty good with the radio voice, right? So I would say, Mr. Drop Top Saab, Mr. Bentley, not Farnsworth type.
No
You know what I mean?
problem.
Mr. I'm stepping out with the 3/4 length mink cone. You know what I mean? Mr. I've been riding 4Gs before you could spell 4Gs.
Exactly.
The man, the myth, the legend, Carshow Rell in the building today.
Yes, sir.
What's up, Carshow?
Intro, man. Look, what up? Rich, Fly by G Money, Relly Rells, man. Definitely appreciate that intro too. That was fire, fam.
Oh, no doubt, bro. No doubt. I do what I can when I can.
Yeah.
Hey, man, well, you got multiple people saying it, man. It got to be true. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no cap on that.
No
Yeah,
cap.
no cap over here, man. No cap over here.
So, man, what you tell Carnation a little bit about yourself, bro?
Man, so let's start it from the top, man. My name is Rell Purnell, aka Carshow Rell. Long-time car enthusiast, since the age of 5, growing up in the inner city of Baltimore. How I got introduced to cars, man. My uncles, my uncle used to come through with the latest and greatest, in Baltimore. And just from being a little kid, just seeing those cars with nice rims and nice systems, that does something to you, that touch you.
Yeah.
Me, I was just like, man, when I get of age, when I start making money, I'm gonna do the same thing. I looked up to my uncle as a father figure, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna do the same exact thing, And once I got to a status, financial wise and also age wise, you gotta be of age to get a license and everything.
Yeah.
I was able to follow those footsteps, and by the grace of God, I'm still here, making it happen. So that's just the foundation of Carshow Rell.
Man, I feel like I'm in an episode of Paid in Full, man.
Hey, give me 1 second.
See?
Yeah. Hey, he probably come back with the full length mink on or something. You know what I mean?
I'm right in the episode, man. So, man, how did you get that name, man, Carshow Rell, bro?
Oh, man, good question. So from 2000 started around 2008, right? Me and my car club and really the whole culture of Baltimore with car as car enthusiasts, we would have to go to far out like Ocean City to go to car shows, far to the county to go to car shows, and it really wasn't any car shows locally in the inner city of Baltimore. So me and a group of guys that we used to work with, we put together an idea saying, hey, let's do car shows, in Baltimore. They'll use the same blueprint as they did with hosting parties because they were party promoters. And, one thing led to another. We would do car shows every year, and then it became twice a year. And then I got to the decision where I wanted to change my name. Y'all look up Be More Stunt King. Y'all see everything about me before Carshow Rell, right? So that's right. What I Jim.
Yeah.
But I had decided to change my name, right? I was like, man, I need a catchy name, man. I remember putting it on MySpace, like, yo, should I name myself? I think it was like Carshow King or Carshow Rell. And everybody was like, yo, I like Carshow Rell. I like Carshow Rell. And again, they rolled for me hosting car shows. And I'm like, cool, that's my name. So going forward, like 2010, maybe 2009, that was my name, Carshow Rell, and it just stuck.
Big facts.
Big facts. Yeah, that's dope. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, we heard from the other half. We heard from your other half, E-Vapor side of the story on how you met. Won't you tell us your side, how you guys met in your version?
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Cool. So E-Vapes, how did I met him? So 2020, the pandemic came, and I would say for about 3 years prior to that, I jumped off social media, really focusing on business, not really focusing on, the social media world, or trying to brand myself as a personal public figure, as they call it in the social media world. Like, man, I'm gonna focus on business, continue to grow my business, and just focus on that. But then when 2020 came and the pandemic rolled around, I looked at myself and I said, man, these people, dying, people leaving the earth. What if something was to happen to me? Who would tell my story? My wife, my family, maybe close friends. I'm like, but they don't know me as much as I know me.
Mm-hmm.
And all the footprints I left in the sand was 5 years prior to. I was like, I haven't really been making no noise since I started my business.
Right.
So, from that point on, I decided to get back on social media, and also get back on YouTube, because I was doing YouTube as well. But really get back on YouTube, not to become like a YouTuber, but just to document my journey in business and document my journey in life.
Mm-hmm.
And I came across a video of this light-skinned, older, cool guy, smooth guy, talking about he living on a golf course and he got a high. Immediately, I'm like, man, this dude capping, man. This dude, he gotta be like an influencer, man. He out here scamming. He gotta be out here doing something, man. Y'all know y'all get those little ads like, hey, look at me. I'm riding Lambos, and you can too.
Yeah.
And he was speaking that same lingo, and I'm like, but it's something different, right? I'm like, something different. Let me go look at another video. And let me look at another video. I was like, oh, this dude for real. He the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I started leaving comments on his videos, and he would comment back. And I was like, oh, that's what's up. He ain't one of those Hollywood people that, go that ignore you or whatever the case might be.
Mm-hmm.
So I followed him on IG. I was looking at his IG page. I'm like, yeah, he the real deal. Everything lines up. Cool. That's what's up. I'm gonna go ahead and follow. And he followed me back, and we started DMing each other. And he told me a little bit about his background, told him a little bit about mine, and we DM'd for probably about a couple hours back and forth, because we had so much similarities between the military, between growing up, humble beginnings in the inner city, and kind of making it out to be somewhat of a success. And he like, man, I think we should go live and talk about our stories. And I'm like, whoa, I'm just getting back to social media, and you want me to go live? And he like, yeah, bro, you got a crazy story. Like, I got a crazy story. All right, cool. If I'm getting back on YouTube to kind of document and leave a footprint and maybe motivate others, cool, let's do it. So we did our first live, and it went amazing. We got great feedback from both of our side of the audiences. And I said to him, like, man, I think we got something. And he said, what you mean? I'm like, bro, our stories were compelling, right? You're like, yeah. I'm like, we can, you're in that motivation lane where you're trying to inspire. I'm like, bro, we can do this with so many other people and reach even further, because everybody can't resonate with your story. Everybody can't resonate with my story. I know people that's really successful in real life, really successful on YouTube, really successful in business, successful around cars. I'm like, yo, I could reach out to these people, and I'm sure you know people as well. And let's try to get them on and go live with us. And we can make it into like a platform. We can be the platform where people can tell their stories. Because a lot of people see people on YouTube or people who are successful and think that that money just came out the water. Or money just grew on trees, or that their parents left them with some money, or they hit the lottery. I'm like, man, a lot of people that's really out here successful, most of them came up from humble beginnings. Why? Because I know them. Why? Because I also do business with them. I done transported clients, and they get to talking in the backseat and everything like that. So he was like, cool. You know, I reached out to a couple people. He reached out to a couple people. We started getting traction from, you know, our first couple guests. You know, we had my guy Adam with the Tesla. We had Will Motivation, and we had Demonology. Those were our first three, and they set the foundation and the tone for everybody else going forward. You know, even people who are new of the real life success, but maybe not the YouTube success, they were like, man, y'all had Will Motivation and Demonology on. How can you follow up with that? I'm like, yo, I know you in real life. You just successful.
Yeah.
You don't have a YouTube number.
Yeah.
So, you know, that just rolled the ball, and boom, here we are almost a year later with Car Talk TV Network.
Hey, and that's key right there now. See, I'm gonna say y'all heard him say Car Talk TV. I want to make sure y'all heard him say Car Talk TV Network. It's a big difference. Okay, it's a big difference. That's all I'm gonna say on that, and I'll talk to you on that in a little bit. But yeah,
man, y'all just let the cat out the car. TV Network.
Hey, but see now, Rich, we have to hold a couple things behind the scene though. At the moment, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to spill everything.
No one spill everything.
Nah.
So when we just talk about the network itself, as far as what you gonna do with the network.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna say give you all the sugar and the spice and all that nice. We just want to know what you gonna do with it.
Yeah, man. We're still obviously in the building stages. I would say like towards the end, the top of this year, we seen it growing bigger than what we expected. And you know, not just in YouTube views or YouTube numbers, but the people that we are seeing behind the scenes that's coming back to us like, yo, bro, that interview, that person really touched me. Yo, you know, this, yo, that. Oh, now I've seen this person do this. You know, now that inspired me to do that. I'm like, bro, we really impacting people. We don't have enough time in the world for us to interview everybody.
Yeah.
No.
We were doing it every Sundays. We like, man, we're gonna do 52 interviews a year? Like, yo, that's not a lot. That's not a lot. You got tons of people that's out here. So okay, let's start another day. So we added in Tuesday, and you know, we did that. But even I'm like, man, that's still only, you know, 100 people. I'm like, man, you know, this whole podcast space, I'm like, man, it's sort of like television, right?
Yeah.
You know, you got ABC, you got NBC, you got Fox 45, you know, you got BET. And, you know, I seen it coming before. I'm like, bro, eventually this podcast space is going to be like TV shows where you got Car Talk on this channel. You know, you got Free Smoke on this channel. You got New York Indian City on that channel. You got Cars on that channel. I'm like, eventually the space is going to become almost like TV shows.
Yep.
Like, y'all watch my favorite TV show.
Right.
So, you know, me thinking fast forward, I'm like, bro, these TV shows have networks, right? They not just only have one show. They don't just have Martin. They got different world. They got different strokes. They got all this. I'm like, bro, in order for us to reach our maximum potential of, you know, trying to inspire and trying to motivate and trying to elevate, I think we could possibly, sounds crazy, but have our own network.
Yeah.
And again, like, we're only a year in, you know, we don't have super crazy numbers. But you know, we talked about the idea. We said, yo, let's test the waters and just see how it works. I mean, well, what can go wrong?
Big facts. Hey, Rell.
Yes, sir.
People say things are crazy until somebody actually do it.
Big facts.
You know what I mean? So
what's crazier about that is people that said it's crazy, and when it pans out, they looking crazy because they didn't do it, they didn't follow through, or they didn't jump on board when it was not.
Yeah. Or even come up with the concept, you know?
Right.
Yeah, because it's like,
it's out the box.
I love different sayings. Like when I get sayings from people, for some reason they stick, and a lot of other stuff don't stick. You know what I'm saying? But you know, someone once told me that a lot of times, a lot of people won't be around building that foundation, but you can guarantee they'll be around for the celebration. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
just
sir.
know who laid the bricks. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
the hard part. That's
Mhm.
definitely the hard part.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You want
sir.
to it's easy and breezy. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It don't work like that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
not
I
at
mean,
all.
when you're a leader, when you're a visionary, and kind of when you hold that role, like me, I held that role of being a leader, being a visionary for so long. Like, you ask any of my childhood friends, they would tell you, like, yo, you was always a leader. When you was in high school, you had a dance group and you was a leader.
Mhm.
You used to ride bikes. You used to form 30, like how we with cars. Before it was
Yeah.
cars, we had a bike clique. It was about 30 dudes on bikes.
Mhm.
I round up everybody. We would ride through the neighborhoods, William bikes, and
Mhm.
doing all types of crazy stuff. So, when you're a leader and visionary, you go through that so much that you expect for people to think you crazy or think you can't pull it off or doubt you, whatever the case might be. So when you hear it, you're like, I heard it before. I heard it so many times. They told me I would never buy a Benz and I can't afford a Benz, and then I bought a Benz, and they said I can't afford an oil change, and you can't afford the rims, and I got 4G autos, and eventually it got to a point where you just quiet. You either will quiet out the noise yourself, or you'll turn the doubters into believers.
Yep.
And when you start doing things going forward, they will say, "Oh, I expected you to do that."
Yep. Exactly.
I didn't see your track record. He's supposed to do that. Yeah, Carshow. Yeah. That's expected. That's how he moves. That's how he operates.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's a little bit too late then. I know you. I know you didn't, bro. You fell back. When the time got tough, you fell back.
Yeah. But they be all right though.
Yeah, that'd be all right. But you also need that, man. Like, I needed people to tell me I couldn't do something because that filled me up. Just to grind and do it. Just to
that motivation right there.
Big time.
So my brother from Baltimore, why don't you tell Carnation how many whips do you have?
Man, I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't have a lot, not like I used to. Because once I got set on really my future, family, finances,
right?
I cut out a lot of stuff that wasn't or that I deemed as depreciating assets that wasn't making me money.
Yeah.
Right.
I went from 3 cars to no car to what the Bentley and now the Saab. And not because I couldn't buy other cars. It's just because that, like, if the car wasn't making me no money, I looked at it as a depreciating asset. And that's just me. I don't knock anybody because I used to do it. Like, if I had YouTube back then, I probably would have kept all my cars, but I didn't, So I only got 2 cars in the fleet right now. And I would say really 1, man, because the Bentley is it's a business car. I don't really ride that. So I outside of that, the Saab, and I just really picked that up on a whim. On my little paid in full edition.
Yeah, big fact.
The money Mitch. So yeah, that's the 2 I got right now, man. The Bentley and the Saab.
Hey, for people that can't see it, I'm sorry about my green screen, but that's the Saab right there. You know what I'm saying, that he talking about. Is
Yes, sir.
You guys see the outside of it. I need y'all to go to his Instagram page, Carshow_Rell. And I need you to really look at the details on this car. I ain't gonna tell you what it is, what it look like on the inside, because you're probably like, well, I know what it is now, so I probably ain't gonna go. So I need you to go tap that follow button and then check out Saab in detail.
A legend in the game right there, bro.
Yes, sir. Big fact.
Well, I'm just glad, man, that you ain't like your co-host E Vapors, man, with that Tesla talk, man. I mean, Tesla, authenticity. Now my brother D Rell's talking about it. I'm like, man, all this Tesla, man. Don't tell me you're gonna get a Tesla, bro. I'm gonna ask you right now.
Man, I'm thinking about getting one too, man.
Look, my daughter loves Tesla. And I asked her one day, like, would you, she know what, now she's of age, she know what a Bentley is and everything like that. And I asked her, like, would you want me to trade this Bentley for a Tesla? She's like, yes, Dad, do it like tomorrow. I'm like, dang, man, cool. Everybody really loved Tesla. I would get one. It's not on my immediate list. I'm gonna let my guy EV Apers have that lane. He got that lane on lock, and he got some crazy stuff coming to his channel with the Tesla race, the Tesla E-Vapors racing channel. But y'all, I like Teslas. Man. It's definitely the future. All cars are going to eventually go that same lane. I got an email about a year ago saying in the UK, Bentley going to stop making gas cars. They're going full electric in 2030.
Hey, now I'm gonna tell folks something, y'all. The emails that Carshow Rell get from Bentley are different from any email we would get from Bentley, okay? Because you talking to a Bentley owner right here. You know what I mean? When we get an email with Bentley in it, it's probably spam or something like that, or just some random stuff. But you know, he get emails from the man. You know what I mean? Next to the man, not next to the man, but the man. You know, so you can count his emails, y'all.
This is my last question. I'm gonna pass it to my boy Flyby G Money. So, brother, how did you get into YouTube?
How did I get into YouTube, man? I mean, it goes way back. It goes way back when we first started with our car clubs in 05, and we just really was just documenting the city of Baltimore and the culture. Like I said, for anybody watching this live or watching the replay, look up Be More Stunt King. All one word. And you'll see the videos going back all the way to 2005. Me and the car crew, hanging out, doing things in Baltimore. You'll see the car shows, and we treated it just like documenting. Like, yo, look at us having fun with our cars. Check out my boy car on 22s, 24s, and that was really the start of YouTube. So I've been knew it was around. I didn't know you can make money off of it. Some of us OG YouTubers, we all got that email like around 2010 saying, hey, do you want to make money off YouTube? And we all looked at it like, I'm not sending you my bank account information. This is probably a scam.
Yeah.
Right.
Years later, we see CJ on 32s and CJ so cool. And then it's like, whoa, what? Like that. I kind of missed the boat, but But even still, when I seen them doing it, man, and salute to all those guys, man. That's like the leaders of our car culture of YouTube. I still ain't jump on the wave. Again, I ain't jump on it until 2020, and that was really just to leave my footprint and start documenting my journey. My whole thing was I wanted to wait till I was 50. Like I was filming in the background, had the camera walking around and everything like that since 2019 to put a documentary together when I turned 50 and release everything.
Hey.
But in 2020, pandemic canceled. Man, tomorrow ain't promised. Let me put this stuff out right now. So that was really my introduction to YouTube right there, or reintroduction.
It's all yours.
Yes, sir. Carshow Rell, man, pleasure to have you on the show, my brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You are a super inspiration to us all, man. You always in all of our stuff, man, cheering us along. And we gotta appreciate you, man. Just for being the stand-up guy that you are, brother. You know what I'm saying? Hit me in my email. I'm like, Carshow Rell, hit y'all know. But man, hey man, salute to you, bro. So I want to take this on the business side, man. Because you are an entrepreneur, and a lot of people trying to figure out how to go down that lane. So let's get started. I want to ask you, what was the first entrepreneurial venture that you went into?
As an adult or as a kid?
Hey, well, I want to say when you wanted to say I'm just gonna make my own money, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur, and your adult life, and your thought process on how you came to do that.
Yeah, man. I think it would be the car shows. it would be the car shows. You know, I kind of grew up as an entrepreneur, you know, as a kid. You know, selling candy. I'm sure we all know either you guys did it, or you know somebody that was, you know, selling candy, and you know, I would make I would spend $1 on 100 pieces of candy and make $5 selling penny candy for a nickel. So I always knew how to hustle. Always knew how to, you know, to try to turn profit and everything like that. But it would be the car shows, man. I seen there was a void. I seen there was a need for it, and I was like, man, maybe, you know, again, me thinking big. This was 2007. You know, I would look at the Dub car shows that we would go to in NL cars. I would look at the Funk Flex car shows. Y'all OG car show guys, y'all remember the Funk Flex car shows? Yeah. And I was like, man, what if Car Show Rell could be Funk Flex?
Right.
I'm thinking on like, yo, we could start locally here in Baltimore, then we can move around to North Carolina and Georgia, Florida. We can have a whole thing. And that was really my first taste of entrepreneurship. And again, I was still working a 9 to 5 at a bank, you know, doing it on the side. You know, I would have meetings in my basement, you know, with the whole team, and we would build the website. I remember we built the website, like it went live midnight at night, and we popped bottles like, yeah, we live. And that was my first taste of entrepreneurship. And really learn how to be a business leader, how to build the right team. You know, especially having people around you who's, you know, smarter than you in certain areas. Learn how to take feedback and, you know, add this piece to that piece and this piece to that piece to kind of make everything go together. But the car shows, man, I thought the car shows was going to take me out of my 9 to 5, man. It didn't, but it definitely was a fun time. You know, we made a couple of dollars out of it. I branded myself out of it. You know, we did some great things for the community out of it. We had the Ravens come out for a turkey drive that we did, and you know, they helped pass out turkeys. You know, we donated money to Our Daily Bread and other charity endeavors, organizations. But yeah, it was the car shows, man. Again, y'all see the name right there, Carshow Rell, Carshow Rell. So that was really my first piece of you know, entrepreneurship, and that just had me thirsty for more. Like, okay, what's my next big thing? What's the next big thing I can move on?
Man, that's dope, man. You say Funk Master Flex. Now, if you ain't East Coast, well, you know what I'm saying, you might not know who he is or the type of shows he used to put on, but I'm a true car guy, so I know who he is. He actually was instrumental in the hip hop community, getting stuff together for these music videos and all types of stuff. So salute Funk Master Flex, man.
Yeah, big time.
Yes, sir. So so right now, man, how many businesses? Because you know, a lot of people want to be entrepreneurs, and give them an idea of what you need to be an entrepreneur. Streams of income, how many businesses you running right now, and just go into that, man.
Okay. Businesses I'm running now. So I'm gonna break it down. So I'm really running businesses. I'm really running two ventures right now. So we got Carshow TV Network, and I got my chauffeur company that I'm running, right? You know, those are the main focuses right now. But then I have other investments such as stocks. Obviously, you know, I'm starting to invest a little bit more into YouTube. But you know, really those, you know, that's the core base of investments, branding, and businesses. You know, primarily again is the chauffeur company. Entrepreneurs, if somebody wants to start a business, the biggest thing that I would say is to do your research. You know, before any endeavors that I dived into, and I can only speak to me, you know, my situation personally. You know, I had to do my research, market research, see what's out there, see what's the competitors, see what they're doing. Is it profitable as well? But some things, it can be smoke and mirrors. look like you're having a good time and you're making a lot of money, and you get into it like, whoa, I didn't expect this.
Yeah.
Also, be patient. Be
Mhm.
patient. I got a live show that I do with my guy Jay Hall called Network is My Network.
Mhm.
And we talk a lot about entrepreneurship and business. And we had a recent conversation about people who want to do startups.
Mhm.
One of the biggest things that people tend to, I guess, not take in account for when they start in their business is number one, the amount of resources that they need. They underestimate that, and also the amount of time that it takes to really become successful and really have a foundation in business. On social media, man, again, sometimes it's smoke and mirrors. Sometimes it's smoke and mirrors. They making money off course is not really the business.
Right.
Yeah,
Hey,
most
boy,
definitely.
you hit right there, brother.
Yes, sir.
You hit right there.
But I'm just speaking the real, man. A lot of business owners who I look up to, they've been in business before they were successful. I mean, like successful, profitable. They was in business for at least like 10, 15, 20 years before they really made crazy moves.
Yep.
So
Right.
if you think, oh, yo, I'm gonna bust out and I'm gonna be millionaire or billionaire in 5 years, it's great to have that ambition. But when that don't happen, don't lose the faith, because oftentimes it just takes longer, man.
Right.
Yeah.
There's not too many Mark Zuckerberg or Jeff Bezos around here.
That's right.
Those guys are unicorns.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
So
sir. Yes,
most of
sir.
this just takes time.
Yeah, I just want to relate, man. You see all the people taking the trips, like the legendary trip you guys just took, and you know what I'm saying, and riding slick and everything, but people don't realize how much work you got to put in, and people don't want to go to work for somebody. And I can understand that because it's not for somebody, everybody. Some people are perfectionists. Some people need to work on their own terms. Some people need the freedom of flexible schedules. So when you become an entrepreneur, it's not like you're not working.
Always
You
work.
putting in more work than you do at a regular job.
Yep.
And people need to realize, the what goes into starting a business and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. So, it's dope that we got people like you. We have some dope entrepreneurs come on here as of the last few shows.
Mm-hmm.
You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? Doing big things, Rain and they Airbnb business. And we had Therm who was going into real estate, and they're 23 and 21, and they still holding down a 9 to 5. So a lot, it's a lot of work, y'all. You can't just go in this and say, boom, you gotta do your research.
Mm-hmm.
You know. My
Oh,
last question,
and
man.
another thing,
Go ahead, go ahead.
um, it's not wrong to have a 9 to 5 job
Yeah.
and also invest. Like, use that 9 to 5 money to invest in your business, and when your business become, maybe to a space where you feel like then you can leave your job, then do it. Or if you let's say you got your dream job, but you also want to invest in other things, do both. Double dip.
Yeah.
Both.
That's it. That's it. That's all you gotta
And
do.
that's another thing about entrepreneurship. People don't like what they're doing, so they go into something else. But like
Right.
you said, if you love what you do, you a doctor, you a lawyer, you
Mm-hmm.
a teacher, and you love doing it, keep doing it. You don't
Okay.
have to follow anybody's blueprint but your own. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
most definitely, man, we appreciate that. So that I don't want to get into this car, man, but you paid in full. Why did you decide to get that? Because you said it's a recent purchase. It
Mm.
must have came something was sweet happened that you came on and it fell in your lap. And then you know what I'm saying. So what was the mindset? Why you say I just gotta grab this boy right now?
All right. So me and Vegas, we had a conversation. We was talking about cars and old schools, and it was two cars, and it was two cars in mind for me.
Mm.
One was the Call for Minister Society.
Yeah, 5-0.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
OGs.
the 5-0.
Fox Body, baby.
That was my all-time favorite movie, and I was like, man, just something really to hold me over because I got plans to bust out with some crazy cars, but I'm like, man, something that I can get just to toy around and for now, just to hold me over while I'm still investing in businesses and everything like that. I don't want to blow the bag just yet, right?
Right.
So that was number one, and then my number two pick was the Saab. I was like, man, I seen Fox bodies on dates.
Yeah.
I ain't really seen no subs. I mean, there was a couple guys up in New York, but I haven't really seen them like that. And man, I gravitated to the Saab because the Saab, I ain't gonna lie, it was a steal deal. I paid, and I'll tell y'all, I paid 11. He wanted 15. I paid $1,100 for it.
What? Are you serious, brother?
$1,100 for it. Now here's the kicker. Obviously, I mean, if y'all seen the videos, it needed work. It needed work. And it also it needed a top. It needed a top as well because the back window came detached from it, and you can't just stick the back window in. You got to get the whole top redone, and the top was like 2 bands.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was like, man, look, if I can get this Saab and it is at least in running okay condition, what I can do is, until I put it all together, I can at least put the BBSs on it and stamp it right quick. Let me just stamp it and then build it up.
Yeah.
So, I went to go see the car that Monday, bought it. I put the rims on it, I think, like that Thursday. And, once I put the rims on it, a car could be not running, and you put rims on it. You know how the internet is. You can see a car with shabby paint is not too good, but on the internet it looked flawless.
Yeah,
Right.
Put that joint on the internet, like boom, I'm here, paid in full, and that was that. But the price was so low for that car. I'm like, I can build this thing to be in running condition. A fun little project car for me to toy around with and spend less than 10 grand, 10 grand max. Yeah. So I was like, man,
now you got something now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got something.
Yep. And just that whole nostalgic feeling, man. I grew up. I think when Paid in Full dropped, I was 21, 2002. And we watched that movie so much. And, me just growing up in that era, like, again, when I was 5, my uncle used to ride in those type of cars. And I'm like, it'd be dope to have this car. And I seen it was one just like it parked around the corner from me when I was about from the age of 10 to 12 years old. When I used to walk to the bus stop, I would see the same. It was like a teal green Saab with BBSs on it. And I just was like, man, this thing is crazy. This thing is crazy. So right quick, after I got mine, I'll pull right back to my old neighborhood and just to film it.
Yeah.
I knocked on the people's door, and they answered. I was like, man, look, y'all car inspired me. Look, I got one now. And he's like, oh yeah. And I asked him, like, man, look, I used to live around here, back in the 80s and 90s. Do y'all still have that car? See a car sitting in the cover. Please don't tell me that's that car. He was like, yep.
Are you serious?
That's it. So I don't know if it still has the BBSs on it, but they said they're working on it to get it right the summer. So, maybe about a month or so, we'll just ride through to see if it's there. And if it's there, man, I'm going to have a fit because, again, that was one of those things before Paid in Full came out. Like, I didn't, if you weren't living in that era up in New York, you didn't really know that Mitch, had that type of car. You knew about it from the movie for the most part.
Yeah.
So, I knew about it from the 90s, but then the movie brought back memories. And, here we are damn near 20 years later, I actually got that car. So it's a crazy feeling and people love it when they see it, man.
Man, sounds dope, bro. Hey, man, congratulations. Hey, I had the similar purchase with my Tahoe I was telling you about.
Yeah.
I got such a deal on it that I said I'm gonna build it from the ground up. So, you know what I'm saying? You can't pass that up. Once you go ahead and redo everything, you'll you'll probably be less than what it was gonna cost to buy one in good condition, then redo it in the same dish and same sentence. So, hey, that's a blessing. You caught a blessing. Yes, sir.
Appreciate that.
All right, bro. Well, I'm gonna hand you off
I
to my
got you,
boy,
man.
the Relly Rails.
Rell.
Salute to the chat.
Rell 2 times up in here.
Yeah, man. What's better than one Rell? You got two of us up in here tonight, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So now, first and foremost, brother, I got to give you an official customized any ride welcome, man. We welcome you to the platform, bro. We appreciate everything you're doing out there. Trust and believe. We're watching you closer than you think. You know what I mean? And watching the content you put out, the moves you're making, and not just the flashy moves. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people get hung up in the flashy move they see people making. They got to understand that's the bait that I use to get you in. Now I'm gonna give you a message. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate everything you're doing, man. This right here is gonna be my second best interview on Customized Any Ride, only because I'm my brother E Vapors was already on here. You know what I'm saying? So y'all the 1-2 punch on my list.
We gotta give it to the GOAT. His story is crazy.
Now, y'all know, like, I used to live in Baltimore for about 5 years, right? So at one point, me and Rell chopped it up, and just talking about back in the day Baltimore times and stuff like that. And it was crazy because I ran through some of the area that he was running through and the car events on Sunday, like we talked about at Druid Hills Park and stuff like that. That was bananas, man. So like I said, bro, I just really man you fly before we even get started. You know what I'm saying? Here. Now, some people might not know that myself, I call you the Forgiato King, okay? And I'm not saying you the Forgiato King because you got a million sets of Forgiatos. I'm saying this, bro, because you've been riding Forgiatos a long time. Tell the people when you got your first set of Forgiatos, bro, that you put on the Benz, man.
Man, so
make sure y'all listening to this now.
Okay. So got the Benz in 2010, right? And I knew I wanted to do something crazy to it. Again, we was throwing car shows at the time. Shout out to my guys at Rim Source Motorsports. Y'all know who they are now because they big with Forgiatos, right?
Yeah.
They probably got more Forgiatos than Forgiato. Like dead serious. You go in that store, half of that store is Forgiatos. Probably over 300 sets in stock. So y'all need Forgies, hit my man Kev up from Rim Source. So I got the Benz in 2010. And my guy Rashad that works at Rim Source was like, man, you need to put some crazy wheels on this car. I'm like, okay, cool. What should I go with? So he was like, man, my mom getting rid of her wheels, but they need to be painted because because like the chrome chipping off on them. I said, okay, so what I need to do? He said, man, we can powder coat them. Cool. So I bought his mom's wheels. They was 3-piece GFGs. If you go on my IG and scroll all the way down to 2012, you'll see the white and blue wheels. And the white and blue wheels set my car off crazy. I called it the blueberries and cream at the time. Rim Source had dropped my car to the show. And as soon as my car was pulling up, the DJ was playing Beamer, Benz, and Bentley.
Right on time, right?
Right on time. And as the car pulled up, like I lost it, I went crazy. That was like the show part of the Benz. Like I don't want crazy car shows just because of that whole setup. I had cracked one of the wheels. And I went to Rim Source and I said, man, I gotta order another face because one of the wheels cracked. And he said, man, you can't, those rims are discontinued. They don't make the GFGs no more. I think GFGs was by Giovanni. Like they don't make them no more. Like, man, once you get a set of man, we got the new wheels, everybody riding on. I said, what's that? I said, Forgiato. I ain't even know how to spell Forgiato. So I'm like, Forgiato. He's like, yeah, man, these 3-piece, yo, you can put 21s on the front and 22s on the back. And this was 2012, top of 2012, when I was talking to him. And I'm like, for real, man? He like, yeah. I'm like, okay. And I put down a down payment. I think they were like, almost $6,000 for the setup. And once he put them wheels on there, man, it took my car really from show car to like a classy next level Benz.
Yeah, man.
In the car culture at the time, at least for Baltimore, people weren't really riding new school or luxury cars. My car club, we went from old schools to luxury cars around when I got my Benz. Sometimes the leadership rubs off. They see me with a Benz. They're like, "Oh yeah, you got Benz." My man Future pulled up with the Audi. My cousin Teddy would pull up in an Acura. My man Scott would pull up in Infiniti. Next thing you know, everybody got new school cars. We putting 2-piece and 3-piece wheels on there. But yeah, the Forgiatos have set my car off, man. It set it on fire, and it really just took my car to a whole nother level. I wasn't the first in Baltimore with Forgiatos. I mean, it was tons of people with Forgiatos in Baltimore, including the owner of Rim Source. But that was around the time when I guess the down south moving on Forgiatos was like real heavy.
Yeah.
So having Forgiatos in Baltimore was the norm. Like everybody had Forgiatos. It just wasn't known in the car club culture in Baltimore. They weren't riding Forgiatos. It was a few. But me having the type of car, a luxury car with Forgiatos on it, that really just stood me out. Yeah, that was back in 2012, man. 2012 to about 2014 when I sold the wheels and sold the car. Before I got the Bentley.
Man, like a lot of people are just getting to know Forgiatos within the last 3 years, maybe. 2-3 years. So y'all got to understand that Carshow Rell, he's a pioneer in the Baltimore area when it comes to that car scene. Like I mentioned earlier, we used to go up to Druid Hill Parks on Sundays, and when I tell y'all this park was crazy on Sunday, it was crazy. I seen some things out there that I probably shouldn't have seen. But it was a great time all in all on those, and like a buddy of mine that was from Baltimore, he used to always take me around because I didn't know the inner city like that, my homeboy Sean, he was the first person I knew when the new big body 7 Series BMW came out, and he was in Baltimore. He had a great joint or whatnot, man. And when he got that, man, we was always just cutting through, running out. He was from Cherry Hill, so we used to go out Cherry Hill, go up Greenmount, and everywhere with that joint. And then his brother had an old school Crown Vic, and he had some 22-inch wires on that joint.
Oh yeah. Look, you had for everybody listening, Baltimore. We had cars. We always had cars. Always had cars. We always had talent, period. From cars to artists to rap to whatever the case might be, basketball stuff. It's just that we just not as we known for what y'all know Baltimore about, The Wire. That's pretty much all we know for, man. But yeah, we had some cars. And you said dude had the Crown Vic on twos. He was killing it back then.
Yes, big because this was like in 2005, I believe, 2005-6 time frame. And when I seen that, because like my boy Sean, he was stationed in Cali and San Diego, and he came back and he had a Jeep Grand Cherokee with twos on there, and we called them joints Emmett Smiths back then.
Yeah.
So he came back with that, and like I said, then his brother dropped the twos on the Crown Vic, man. Like, and I felt so at home though, going to the events in Baltimore and stuff like that. Now, when you putting on all these car shows, man, How did it feel just to be like, essentially Carshow Rell at the height of it in Baltimore, man?
Okay, so I would say I dealt with it for the most part a lot better than I typically would have prior to, right?
Mm.
So we started our car club back in like 04, 05. And I had the 22s on the truck and the spinners and the doors, and I was so young at that time. It was like a 22-year-old having a red eye.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what the equivalent of what I'm trying to say. And the fame, like, yo, you the man, you got grown men 40 and you 20, like, boy, I want to grow up to be like you, man. You killing them, boy. And I'm like, yo, boom, big head.
Right.
Big head. And it got to a point where, our crew would get into get into like beefs and stuff like that, man. And it stemmed from leadership. Me from the top, I'm running. Boy, you got them little dubs on there, man. I got 22. Spinning my pull up and throw the door up, doing all like crazy stuff. I mean, it was fun, but it was also like, yo, you ain't really supposed. You ain't got to act like that. Like I look at it now, like, man, I was wilding. I was doing too much. So when the Carshow Rell status came, then I had the car shows and I had the Benz and everything like that. I think I dealt with it a lot better than if I was 20 doing it. Because I kind of really got it all out my system. I wasn't as cocky as you can say. I mean, I still carried myself a certain way, but I wasn't as nah, man. You can't park over here. Nah. Take those little rims down there. Nah, I wasn't like that, man. So I mean, it was still fun. I still I had a ball. I still was still shouting Carshow Rell and stuff like that.
No doubt.
But I think, and anybody who knows me, they could send me a DM, let me know if I'm incorrect. But I think I handled it a lot well than what I did, in 06, 07, 08-ish.
Bet, man. Real quick before we keep on pushing, man, I want to give a shout out to people that are in the chat, man. We got Lefty Two Guns in the building, man. We got Shaq Diesel in the building. We got Rubik's _3 in the building, man. We got You Can't Handle the Truth up in here tonight, man. We got my other half, aka my better half, the couples channel, Jen and Rails is up in the building. 5 to the 10. He said, y'all got my boy on today. You know what I mean? Yeah. And of course, we got the SRT God in the building, man. Y'all stay tuned because he about to Carshow Rell and E-Vapors and all of that together. Y'all just stay tuned. Man, and of course, I can't say that without saying, man, you got my brother E-Vapors Tesla Racing in the building. We got the Daily Grind family in the building, the OG and the lady and Miss Lady in the building. Man, everybody up in here tonight, man. Carshow Rell, bring them out, man.
Look, I thought I could try to do something. I mean, I ain't E-Vapors the GOAT, but I hold my thing down a little bit. It's half and half. I hold my weight.
Hey, absolutely, man. Now, bro, your concierge service, bro. Me looking on the outside in, man, it's so pristine. I mean, just the level of quality that you get when you come pick someone up and you take them to a function or wherever you may take them at, the luxuries you afford them in the back and stuff like that, man. Give people, well, first of all, tell people about your concierge service. Make sure you do your plug, whether it's shameless or not, and just let them know what you offer.
Yeah. So my company that I've been referring to is T-Urge Luxury. You can look it up on social media. We've been providing luxury transportation since 2014. Comes with my years of experience since 2006. Providing chauffeur services on my personal vehicles. But the quality of service you're going to get is the same as you would get when you go to a 5-star dining restaurant. When you would go to like a Ruth Chris or Ocean Air or like a Hillstone down in Bal Harbor. You know, similar to, you know, a 5-star hotel, you know, Four Seasons, Ritz Carlton. You know, we all go hand to hand. So, you know, this is your typical your typical Uber services or, you know, black car services. No, it's at the top of the top level.
Yeah.
You know, we're providing chauffeurs, like, you know, professional chauffeur drivers. Whereas though it's like a butler on wheels. That's the bottom line. You know, butler on wheels. Hey, I need to go to a restaurant. Okay, what restaurant would you like to go to? You like what's your palate? You like seafood? You like steak? And this is, you could be in a car and let's say you rent the car for a whole day and you're coming from out of town and, you know, you're in the backseat of a Bentley and you got champagne. You might have the finest wines or whatever the case might be. Whatever you would like, we will provide it for you. You know, either, you know, in all sorts of vehicles, not just Bentleys, but also, you know, the Mercedes S-Class. We also got, you know, access to my affiliate who has a Maybach. The big boy Maybach. We ain't talking about the S550 Maybach. We're talking about the one with the curtains, the one like Diddy and that you always see Khaled in with the drop top. It's not the drop top one, but it is the you know,
the recliner seats.
Yeah. You know, $400,000 you know, Maybach. So yeah, when you want those services, and mainly, you know, I've been focusing the direction for the past 3 to 4 years into special occasions. You know, we noticed really in this region, you know, it's not like New York, it's not like Miami where people rent these type of cars all the time. It's typically for a special occasion, mainly for like proms, weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, sweet 16s, where they really want to do it over the top. And you know, we put ourselves in places and positions to where they can find us now. You know, we done did business with you know, with the money team, with Javante Davis. Shout out to him. He actually fights this Saturday, I believe, man.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't did business with all types of celebrities. I was just with Asian Dog. You know, about maybe a week ago. So, you know, celebrities that's coming into town doing hosting or doing performances. Under Armour CEO Kevin Plank, we did business with his hotel. Sagamore, Pendry, they had ABC World News out here, and I actually had a speaking role live on TV. Mama, I made it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
You know, look, that was a, you know, a dope experience. You know, for me, but also for the business, because boom, we now we got a little piece of ABC World News, and this is just planting that foundation. I'm only 7 years in, guys, but I still think that we're still in the foundation building. We might not get to really, really, really big boy status to maybe year 10. Who knows? But these, you know, every client that we do and it goes well and it goes great is another brick that we add into this big house, this big empire that I'm building out. So, you know, if you guys are ever in the DC, Maryland, Northern Virginia region, and, you know, you're looking for, I'm not going to say an A to B car, because that's not really what we focus on. But if you're focusing on, if you're looking for something where, you know, you and your lady, or, you know, you just want to enjoy a good time being driven in, you know, the highest of luxury, you know, Sierra is just going to be the company that you're going to want to reach out to. We're going to take great care of you. You know, we're going to treat you like family. And, you know, we're going to go over the top. We're going to roll out the red carpet if we need to, like literally roll out the red carpet for you.
Hey,
and, you know, treat you, you know, with that billion dollar service.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you something, brother. I'm gonna be up there the weekend of July 17th, 16th, 17th. Of course, for my brother E Vapor's unveiling, and the you know, Dunk Master event. Brother. I'm telling you one thing right now, brother. I'm gonna have to holler at you, Carshow, Rell, because I need that experience. I think my lady deserves that experience, bro. So whether we go out to eat somewhere or something, or do something, bro, I gotta link with you, man. And because not only that, but I like pouring into other people's their businesses and stuff like that. Now, if you work for this company and it was somebody else that owned the company that I ain't know nothing like that, it'd be a different story, bro. But I know this is you building. You know what I'm saying? This is you building. So I definitely want to be able to say that, you know what? I was there during the foundation of Carshow Rell and building this Sierra's luxury. Because man, looking at that Bentley, bro, and then I seen you had the bottle, what I like to call champagne in the back. Bro, like it's all the way live, y'all. So if y'all are ever, I'm telling you, ever in the DMV area and y'all looking for that, that type of luxury, man, make sure y'all hit up the air luxury, man. It's gonna out. I mean, it's gonna miss out. Now, so you got the Bentley, right? What made you decide that you say, you know what, instead of going with Mercedes S550 or any other car, what made you decide to go with the Bentley?
Okay, so what transpired was a few different things, right?
Mm-hmm.
A couple months before I got the Bentley, I do this thing called Wifey Appreciation Day, where I just pick a random day and me and my wife go out. We ball out. We have fun. I surprise her, just to keep the spark going. So this particular year in 2014, I found the company in New York that rents out luxury cars, and they had the Rolls Royce Ghost, and that was like my favorite car at the time. And I'm like, man, that'd be dope to rent out a Rolls Royce Ghost to ride around in New York. And we got up to York. We had an amazing time. The car pulled up, and I'm riding around with the owner. I give him a plug, PCNY. Look him up on Instagram, man. Huge guy. He's doing great things for the community as well. And his brand expanded into more than just providing luxury car services. But the owner was actually the driver. He was actually my chauffeur. I didn't know that until we started talking. And I'm in the back seat. When you're in the back seat of these cars, and I experienced this firsthand, and my clients, when I hit them in the back seat, they experience it as well. It makes you feel, I'm telling you, you feel like $1 million.
Yeah.
You got your own chauffeur, and this chauffeur don't just have on no regular clothes, like suit, tie, a bow tie or a 3-piece suit, good nice shoes, calling you sir or ma'am. He might even wear the white gloves, like white glove treatment. So I'm riding in the back seat, and I'm talking to the driver, which was the owner. And I told him, like, man, I had to come all the way from Baltimore to New York. And he's like, man, why? I said, is nobody down in the DMV area that's doing it? And he said, really? I said, yeah. I said, man, I would love to do something like this. He said, bro, I got your support. And I'm like, dang, man, this guy with a Rolls Royce, he just met me. And he said he support me. I'm okay. Did my research. I was looking at cars. Of course, I looked at the Rolls Royce. I looked at the Phantoms. I looked at the Ghosts. I looked at the Maybachs. I looked at the S550s, BMWs, and the sweet price range for me to afford and not go broke.
Key.
not go broke. And I wanted to leave my job. I mean, I was like, man, yeah, I can get the Phantom. But I'll have to still, get a paycheck. And if I get a paycheck, I wouldn't have the much time to invest in my business like I want to. I would have to do it on the side. Like, nah, I can't get the Phantom. I was like, maybe I can get a Bentley. I was like, okay with the Bentleys. And went to the dealership. I had my brother with me. And we looked at my favorite car, the Aston Martin, the four-door Rapide. And the Rapide was just too little. It was just too little. It was a beautiful car, and I thought I can do the best of both worlds with my dream car and make money out of my dream car, but it wasn't practical. And people told me it wasn't, but being hard hit, I'm like, no, I'm gonna try to make it work. And I remember hearing the finance director telling my sales guy, which is now the brand manager at Bentley Tyson's, man. Shout out to my guy Brendan, man. He treat me like family as well as everybody who I bring there. He sold me my first 2 Bentleys, man. Definitely shout out to him. Black brother, he's the brand manager at Bentley. So
Hey,
was
hey,
like,
hey, hold on one second, bro. Did y'all hear that? He said the guy sold him his first 2 Bentleys. I just wanted to make sure y'all heard that. That's all. You can have it.
y'all want to hear the story? Y'all want to hear the rest of the story? Y'all go to my YouTube channel for that. So,
Hey, there you go.
There you go.
So, she was like, yeah, he don't really like the Aston Martin. He said it's too cramped. Show him the Bentley. And I looked at my brother like, the Bentley. So, I drove it and I rolled in the back seat. And, they was like, this is how much it was. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I can do that. It's my sweet spot. I can do it. And they're like, look, we're going to run everything. And if you get approved, if it's not too late, the bank's about to close, we can ship the car to you Monday. I'm like, dang, they would ship the car to me. I ain't never have a car shipped to me. So I stayed in Virginia for about maybe an hour. And then I got a call from the brand manager saying, yo, you got approved. You want to get the Bentley now? That was just like a shock. Like, whoa. Everything stopped. Like I stopped the car and everything and just pulled over and just sat and think, like, man, I need to make one phone call. And I called up this artist who I had got a Phantom at the time. So again, let's go back to Entrepreneurship 101. Do your research. I knew I was going to get in the field, so I started building affiliates who already had cars. And I was marketing their cars. Not that I owned them, but I was marketing like, hey, look, Sierra can get whatever you want. So, I'm building my network. And the guy didn't have a car. He didn't have a car available that Saturday. So that Saturday was the same day that the brand manager said I got approved. So guess who filled in that slot?
Hey.
Making money right off the doggone showroom floor.
Off the floor, bro. It was a crazy feeling. I'm pulling off off the lot. The mirrors was folded in. I ain't know how to unfold the mirrors. I ain't know how to work the button, the stereo. I ain't know how to work nothing in that car. Man, it was a crazy. I'm telling you, that night was a crazy night, but it was also a crazy feeling, man. I cried in that car probably the first week. Like, man, I cannot. I'm 31 with a Bentley. Like, I'm working for myself now. And I just quit my job. Like, I would cry tears of joy, man, because it was like so unbelievable. This is what I've been praying for and what I've been working for, since I thought about getting into entrepreneurship. Since I wanted to go hard with these cars. Like, having a Bentley was a dream car for somebody growing up in the city.
It still is a dream car for people, you know what I mean?
Still
And to make sure you guys understand, I said the other guy sold him his first 2, and he's on Bentley number 3. That's legendary, y'all. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't think folks understand sometimes, man. Like, I understand, you know what I mean? Now, bro, I watch Car Talk TV, man. Like I said, first and foremost, anything that my brother's a part of, I got him 150%, bro. And he considers you a brother, bro. So I just want to let you know that, bro, I always got your back, and whatever I can do for you, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be with the graphic design stuff that I do or whatever it is, bro. Now, when I watch Car Talk TV, I noticed that you always hit the guests with a rapid fire. Right? So I felt it was only right, since I've never seen Carshow Rell get a rapid fire, that I give you a rapid fire from or whatnot.
That's good. Yeah, let's go. I love it.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. So here we go. All right, we got 5. All right. Favorite car you've owned?
Favorite car I've owned?
Woo.
Rapid now.
Favorite car I own, man. I'm gonna say the Benz, man. The Benz, that was my favorite. That was my favorite purchase.
Got you. Favorite restaurant?
Hillstone in Ball Harbor.
Miami. Now, y'all got to know this guy. He's really up on his fashion. You know what I'm saying? And I see why him and my brother connect. So, next question: favorite designer?
Man, so that's a tough one, bro. My favorite designer.
Yeah.
Let's find it out now.
I'm gonna have to go with Man, I'm gonna go with Louis V, man.
Louis V.
Oh,
You can't never go wrong with
LV.
Louis V, man. All right. Dream home location.
Dream home location.
Mm.
Dang, man. You hit me with some good ones.
Yeah, man.
But here's the thing, like, you know, I write down a lot of my goals and plans and visions.
Mm-hmm.
So as you asking me these questions, it's not that I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's that like, yo, I got so many, I got a couple on the list. Like, which one do I want to pick first?
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna say Miami, man.
Hey, Miami. Hey, I like that, man. And last but not least, Rolls Royce Cullinan or Bentley Bottega?
Rolls Royce Cullinan.
Hey,
Rolls
that's
Royce Cullinan
all day. That's a big boy, ain't it?
Bro, listen.
All day long.
I love the Bentegas. I love them. I would get one. But for the space that I'm in right now, that Cullinan is just a whole nother ball game, man.
Yeah,
like flagship.
Yeah, man. Big fact. Now,
dope.
Another reason why I want everybody to lock in the Carshow Rell is on YouTube, man, Instagram, wherever. He's around some very, very rare and prestigious cars on a regular basis. All right. So if you want to see him around these cars, make sure you go hit that subscribe button on his YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that follow button on Instagram. Brother, I thank you for giving me a couple of your minutes to ask some questions. Of course, you know, we can always chop it up, man. The family line, you know, you part of that now, you know, so you guys are doing amazing things. And I got to let you know, I'm representing Car Talk TV tonight.
Oh, yes.
Representing, man. So I got you and my brother, man. Anything y'all need from me, man. So y'all continue. Like I said, you guys are on something that has never been done before. And we riding with y'all, brother. So big time salute to you, brother.
Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Robel? I see you up in here.
Robel done stuck in here.
E-Vapors family. Hey, man, you know what? I got a trivia question for all y'all. How many channels do E-Vapors got, bro?
Hey,
I need to know.
I would tell you this. I guarantee you, if anybody in the chat, outside, of course, my brother E-Vapors, that me and Carshow Rell probably get to the closest as far as the number.
I think it's like 6.
Now.
I ain't even close, huh?
I said,
you got some accounts that y'all don't even know about on IG too.
Yeah, I'll say 10.
Huh?
I'll say 10.
You close. You close. You know, see, this is the thing, and I hope he don't mind. You see you see what he on now, right?
Yeah.
Don't make him hop out and hop back in on another one.
He been doing it the whole damn show.
Yeah. Stevenson Family Matters is his the family channel that, you know, he's dropping releasing July 5th or whatnot. So make sure y'all lock into him. But this is the thing, bro. And my brother, he shed some light on me when he told me, and I know he's probably told you too, Carshow Rell. When he gets an idea, the first thing he does he goes and lock the name down, right? Because he may say, you know what, it would be dope to have a channel about bowling, right? I'm gonna create a bowling name channel, and I'm just gonna go lock it down. Hey, there he is again. Yeah, like you guys think this dude playing, bro? He can run through here all night, man. Run through here all night. You know what I'm saying? But he has that foresight, man, and he's like, hey, I'm gonna make sure I get it before somebody else get it. You know what I mean?
You taking all the names, man, for all people who got little ideas. You taking their hope and their dreams away.
Everything got a price on it. I'm not might be high price, might be low price, but it got a price on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if something, and see, this is what I'm gonna give everybody a jewel out here too, real quick, right? If y'all see somebody go viral for something, the moment you see it, go search for a YouTube name and an Instagram name. And if it ain't on there, make it right then.
Lock it down.
Lock it down, because they're gonna be looking for it Hey, there he go again.
But I clicked on him. I had a feeling it was him, man.
Yeah. So when you go lock that name down, they're like, man, I gotta have that name. I gotta have that name. How much is it worth to you? You know what I'm saying? So just a little jewel for y'all out there, man. And like I'm telling you, bro, I could sit here. We could sit here and go on. We could go on for another 30 minutes, and he's gonna come in a different use channel name. The whole process, man. But that's just the foresight that my had to see next you and he had, bro. Man, you know me and my brother had our sports channel back in the day.
Oh yeah, like 2 years ago.
Yeah. So we was doing this like what people see right here. It wasn't no one button go live. Like we had to learn how to code and embed stuff and to be able to have it on an actual website and all that stuff. So it's amazing how we see people doing the stuff now with the ease of one button. And you know what I mean? But to see you guys together, bro, man, y'all are a perfect match for the Car Talk TV, bro. And it was meant to happen that way, man. So y'all keep doing what you're doing. Another salute to you, brother. My bad for get you know.
No, that's perfect. That's perfect, yo. I mean, I think that's why we
eBay for again, man. My bad. But go ahead, bro.
But yo, that's part of why we mesh so well together. Like we similar in a lot of ways. And you know, you mentioned, you know, that him pulling the trigger on certain things. Like, yo, you get an instinct about something. Ain't no procrastinating. You jumping on it. Ain't no maybe should I, or no, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna do it tomorrow, next week or next week.
There you go again.
You jump right on it. Yeah, look, y'all gonna have him going all night. All his 20 accounts.
Hey, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, man.
10. No, he got more than 10 for sure.
Hey, man.
I think about 15, at least 12 to 15.
I would say this: don't bet your mortgage on whatever you think it is. Okay.
Oh yeah, but you're probably thinking of one right now.
Pop, man. Hey, exactly, man. So you got it, Rich, man.
Man, all I want to know is, bro, where did your motivation come from? Because you got a lot of determination and motivation. Where do it come from, or what drives you to have that?
Man, it started out with me before I was married and before I built a family. It was just like, man, I'm gonna just try to be the best that I can. You know, I'm gonna try to get to an athletic lifestyle without being an athlete.
Right.
And I'm gonna find a way how to get the fancy cars and the nice clothes like all these rappers got. If I gotta work 2 or 3 jobs, that's what I'm gonna do. If that's gonna afford me that lifestyle. So that's what driven me in the beginning. But as I got older and then got married and had my daughter, now it's like, bro, I'm trying to break generational curses.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my mom, she raised, shout out to my mom. She raised me the best that she could. She gave me a wonderful lifestyle. You know, for her resources that she had, man. Right. Life was amazing. I ain't never go without food. I was fly, I was fresh, I had clothes. So I'm like, okay, with the knowledge that I have now, the knowledge I'm gonna take from, you know, that I had from my mom's, let me pour that into, you know, not just my wife, but also my daughter. Let me groom my daughter up in a way that, you know, when she turned 10, maybe she can start her own business, or when she turned 9, she can start her own business, or whatever the case might be. But it's really family. But you know, me just, man, I'm just driven with ambition, man. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna if I set a goal to reach 200 million, I'm gonna reach 200 million. How? I can't really tell you how, but just watch the moves. And as the moves get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, it's gonna eventually, you know, you got $1 mil here, you got $2 mil here, you made 10 mil from this, you sold your business, you made 50 mil, you know, after you ran your business for 20 years, it's worth 50 million. Boom, all right, bam. Now I'm worth 100 million. I'm almost at that goal. So I'm just a forward thinker, I'm a visionary, you know, I see things, you know, before that I kind of hop on trends early. But you know, I got these goals. These goals, they can be, you know, monetary goals, or they can be lifestyle goals, or they can be family goals. And, you know, a lot of that, it take a lot of work. It take a lot of time. So, man, I put together these blueprints, these these plans. You know, I keep tons of notebooks, you know, that I write on every day, man. These are my Bibles that I have for the past 15 years. And bro, I always, you ask any of my friends, man, my boy Ern, you know, shout out to my guy Ern, man. He's my best friend since grade school, since high school, since we was 15. He'll tell you, like, yo, I already knew my man was gonna be here. Already knew it. He just told me the other weekend that you know what, a funny thing his pop said, hey Rell, what car you driving tonight, man? I know you got a lot of cars. What car you driving tonight? And his brother friends was like, yo, Rell in the real estate, or yo, Rell in this investments. Oh yeah, I expect that of him. And I'm like, dang, man, that speaks volume. You know, when I see people in the streets, I was just at a car show, you know, and the people, you know, greet me with respect, like, yo, Carshow, Rell, yeah, oh yeah, I know Carshow, Rell. I'm like, dang, you know me, I ain't been on the scene in a minute. I'm like, dang, man, you know, all this hard work I've been putting in, all this grind, all this, you know, people seeing where I came from, like, yo, I seen where he was. He was out there in Drew Hill Park, or, you know, wherever, working side by side with me. Now he got a business, and now he got a network, and he's investing in this, and he's doing that. Man, he's going somewhere. So people see it. You know, obviously I see it, but you know, it was my goal to just keep it going. Just keep it going. I can't stop, y'all. Like I keep saying, yo, when I'm 50, I gotta be on something super crazy when I'm 50. So yeah, I'm gonna play back. I'm gonna play back this clip. Like, yeah, I did it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, sir.
Definitely, man. Salute to Shaq Diesel in the building, man.
Shaq
yes,
Diesel.
sir.
He's
Shaq.
a magician, man. He's a magician. We keep.
Oh, bro.
We gonna send you a DM, man. We gotta show the world your tricks, and we also gotta tell the world your story, man. Because he got a powerful story as well.
Hey, I would tell you this. I was standing right beside my brother in Dallas when he did that trick on my brother, man.
Yeah,
and
crazy.
I seen that.
Bro,
yeah.
I'll tell you this.
Was there too, Money Rich? You was there when he did it?
Yeah, I was there.
Bro, like, there's some magic where you can say, I see how that happened, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you this, what I like to do with magicians is I see where everybody else is looking, and I start looking other places to see where the sleight of hand and stuff can be at, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bro,
yeah.
That's
and
that
no
magic.
sleight of hand.
Bro, that's that magic you get scared of.
I got it on camera.
Like,
I got it on camera. I showed the card go down. So you know what I'm saying? I was doing what you said.
Yeah, man, bro. Big time salute to Shaq Diesel, man, on the magic tip, man.
Yes, sir.
You know, since everybody's telling secrets and everything, you know what my secret is?
What's that?
People like Rell, E-Vapors, Stunner Reeves, and every guest that I had on there, I take a piece of one of them and I incorporate it to something that I'm thinking about doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if y'all watching this show, because there's a lot of game being made and told on this show, and it's free.
Free game.
Make sure you pay attention and soak it up.
Yes, sir.
For real, soak it. This is game. If you ever want to get ahead in life and see how to get it from the mud, like Carshow, Rell, E-Vapors, or whoever, watch the show.
Yo, watch the show. Look, if you watch the show, you're gonna get it before the world gets it. Because by the time the world get it, once Money Rich and Relly Rells and myself and Fly by G Money and E-Vape is like, once we on that top level, it's gonna be too late. Then you're gonna get the sauce when everybody else gets it. Like, you getting it from the mud. You're watching it live right now. You getting it from the mud, from the level.
For sure.
Well, tell you, everybody on this panel gonna do great things. Everybody on here, and everybody who's come through here, man, they've been doing some great things. They already doing great things, and there's more bigger things to come.
Yep,
so yeah, most definitely.
Yo, like I said before, I'm telling you, man. Car, Free Smoke, us, New York in your city. Like, we're the ABC, NBC, BET, VH1 of this whole culture.
Yep.
And we're on it. We're all on it early. Number one, you know, we all making our foundation. Number two, But number three, we all are different.
Right.
You come on Car, it's gonna be a whole different experience than when you get on Free Smoke or when you get on Car Talk or when you get on New York.
Right.
So you can get passed around all four. A particular guest can get passed around all four and have a totally different experience.
Totally
Different interview, and it'll be great all 3 or 4 times.
Right.
And we just got to keep going, man. I'm telling you, man. This whole space that we are all in, it's a great space to be in. And I can see all of us really getting to that status 5 years down the line where it's really on some ABC, NBC, BET, VH1, and all of us sitting back like, man, y'all remember when we started this like 5-10 years ago? Look at us. Look at us now.
Man, never would have thought 5 years from now. Just think about that. That's something to think about, bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what, man?
It's gonna fly by. It's gonna fly by.
Right.
This
is the first time in history I don't. You know what I used to say? Well, fly by G man. This is the first time I don't want to even kick the guest off the show, man. Usually I'd be like,
I don't think we can do it tonight.
But guess what, Psych? Chill ass off the show, Carshow.
You ain't got to go home. You got the stage right. That is the Murgatroyd.
I don't think I said Psych since the 90s, bro. But man, I appreciate you. Anything y'all want to say to him before we get over here?
I just want to say, brother, it's an honor, and a privilege for you to come over here, man, and bless us with your knowledge, man, your business acumen, and so forth and so on. Let people know, hey, a lot of the wire was real, y'all. Say that, you know what I mean, and you take it how you want to take it. Yeah, you take it how you want to take it. Yeah. Make sure that you guys continue to follow Carshow Rell journey. He told you some of the goals that he has for himself with his business and Car Talk TV. Make sure you lock in now. You know what I mean? So you can watch this thing from the ground up, bro. And I'm rooting for you as always, brother.
Yes, sir. Hey, all I want to say is, man, like I said earlier, bro, you a real one, bro. Like I said, man, you go check on folks, man. You give people inspiration, make them feel good when they come into a room. Just being around you in Dallas, bro, we saw your light shine. And you know what I'm saying, man? Just keep doing what you're doing, bro. Pleasure to meet you, pleasure to know you. And pleasure, we got a whole bunch of stuff coming up anyway. So you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Appreciate that, G Money.
Yes, sir.
Man, I want to say, man, I appreciate you coming on the show, bro, giving us your time, giving us that game. I'm most definitely soaking it up. I hope everybody else soaked it up. You know what I'm saying? That's why we do this, man. We got love for the game. This is a game, man, that we playing, and everybody got to get in where you fit in. And he's showing you where you can fit in, where you can't fit in, the avenues you can take, and avenues you can't take. You know what I'm saying? He giving you all that. So I hope everybody soak up game. And all I want to say to you, bro, is to be continued. This ain't we gonna talk some more. So to be continued.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Appreciate that.
So I want to thank everybody in the chat for coming in and messing with your boys. Customize any ride. And we appreciate y'all, man. Just continue supporting us strong, and we're gonna keep giving y'all these bangers. I'm telling you, they're coming. So I say that to say this. This is Customizing the Ride, baby, and we out.
Peace.